So let's see, we are where we have attached this end piece here, and on both sides we've sewn it up and back. Now these pieces here are the pieces from this braid here. They just extend down and out, and I have tied figure 8 knots on the ends in case I want to attach something. I don't know yet. The strings can come down. They will attach to, I'm going to put this pearl button on there, right there in the center, and so that these will have something to tie to. So that's where I'm at right now. And I'm going to do, so I'll have the piece here, and that's not going to fit some of pieces of string. I think I'm going to go ahead and put more knots in here, more square knots. I'm going to go with square knots as opposed to granny knots. And these ones are not going to do. See those up here? Alright, that would be good. I know it looks like that. Looks good right there now. Now what I can do is I can just go up here and tie this.
There was a day I didn't do it on water. I did it on whiskey. This is Sweet Pie at the piano. Yep, the same naked guy you might have seen 40 to 50 years ago. I managed to become a senior citizen. And what I'm going to do for my good friend Todd here, the desert artist, add another little selection of songs to his video library, his visits with me. Today we'll do a few of the songs that were central to my old Sweet Pie show. And we're going to start with this one. Now this is a song for all the big women who can hear me. A song for all the big women got a head on them, lets them dig being big. Yeah, this is a song for the big women got off their ass and cheered like hell when Mama Cass kicked the balls off of Hugh Hefner's world. You know, I've been around, and I come around again, and I've been around since. And I'll tell you what I learned. I found out if you use the right position, somehow every shape of woman can be loved by every shape of man. Now, this is a song for big women. It's called Big Women Boogie Blues. And the reason it's a blues is men. You see, a man, he wants a woman when? Now and then, and a woman, she wants a man when? All the time. So you see, men create a blues out of this big woman boogie. And I'm going to tell you just what I mean. I know a real big woman, got a lot of sweet patty cake. I know a real big woman, she got sweet patty cake. She got a great big oven, loads of every creamy, every man can bake. Folks call her Tootsie Roll, she sugar every joint in town. Hey, they call her Tootsie Roll, she sugar every joint in town. When you get to the country, buy your candy by the pound. Hey, I wanna talk about her oven, feels so fresh and warm. I wanna talk about her oven, she'd bring it in fresh from the farm. Hey,
Now,
too
going
much
to pin
baking
half, you
changes you.
pull
Puts the
tight and close
boogie in the
together.
rhythm. Go,
And
go,
once you get
go!
that height, we go for this next hole. And for the next hole.
You know, I love a big woman. I love putting my head down on
Make
her
sure
chest
pulling
like a
these tight all the
pillow.
way across.
And I love to
Keep
get
this short.
stoned and have her put her
Nice
chest all over me. Yeah, it's like making love with an angel. You don't know what it's like until you've been in bed a week with a big woman. Have you ever been kissed by a woman got 9 inches of lips? Yeah, she just pucker up and she go, mwah, and it splatter all over your face. Yeah, you don't know what it's like to get love till you gotta wipe yourself on the sheets. My babe, she 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide, my babe, she 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide, she wear a great big dress, puts 10 men inside. And I'll tell you how she do it. She's a two-sided woman. One side mine, the other side for you. She's a two-sided woman. One side mine, the other side for you. She toss a quarter in the air. Heads I win. Oops. Tails you boogie the blues. Yeah. Most people coming into my bookstore never notice I have a baby grand piano hidden in the middle of the store. It's because it's hiding behind another piano that they never notice in the middle of the store. I hide them because I need the space to sell books, but also to keep people from sitting down and starting to play. It upsets the hammers and dampers. This is a 1925 piano. I am fundamentally the same person I was when people knew me as Sweet Pie 40 years or more ago.
Where was that?
That was all over New England, into New York, New York City, New Jersey, and then coast to coast, north and south throughout Canada. I played in every province but Labrador.
Wow.
I played as far north as to perform for Ice Road Truckers before they were famous. When they just had one hell of a job. They would go to Hay River, Northwest Territory, in late September and wait for Great Slave Lake to freeze over and cut the first ice road to Yellowknife when they would start their ice road trucking further north to the mine. And my gig was for a weekend, and if it was a good weekend, I would be held over until the lake froze over and the ice road was cut. And on that day, some 1,000 trucks and some teams of drivers. There were a lot of people in town until the lake froze over. That's as far north as I ever went. I had 68 court cases based on my right to be me. For 8 years, I was the only male doing a full strip on stage in this hemisphere, let alone country.
Burlesque.
My federal court case opened up the male dancing because my case stressed the Supreme Court decision that there was no gender to law, that I couldn't possibly be doing anything beyond what women have done for centuries. Song that made my show, Fuck 'em If They Can't Take a Joke. According to Rolling Stone.
When did you first play
I started playing in the late 60s.
that song?
No, that song was written in about 1970, Cape Cod.
Now, what's the story behind that song?
Well, there was a band called Changes. They were a top 40 cover band that played the Marriott Hotel circuit. They stayed in the motel across the street from the nightclub where I stayed in my van. I was the happy hour show from 4 to 8, and then Changes was the name of the band. they came on stage and they would play the dance music and all the top 40 hits and everything.
Sure.
And some old chestnuts and old memories. And they were excellent, just excellent.
Yeah.
And they stayed at the motel. Well, the motel got complaints every night from customers who didn't come across the street to the nightclub, but instead went to bed and couldn't sleep because of the sound of the bass reverberating. And the motel, they could sense that boom, boom, boom. The drummer got blamed all the time. They would